Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are with VanillaTV for England versus Spain 6v6 Nations Cup action tonight. We're just waiting for players to join the server, hence the delay. Unfortunately, the Spanish reputation of always arriving late precedes them, and we thought we would fill your ears with some music instead of filling your ears with Arx eating his dinner.
Nom nom nom.
Exactly. So we're just waiting for them to join the server now quickly. Let me just run you through the lineups for England, because they're the team that have a full team on the server, I think. Yeah, they have, just on different teams. So it's going to be Stark and Greg as scouts, Boomeh and Hat as soldiers, Byte as the medic, and numlocked as the demo man. I'm still waiting for the Spanish team to join the server, but it's only HarryHook and Jan on there at the moment. So, in the meantime, just shout out to Cube doing the streaming tonight. Unfortunately, Comedian couldn't make it. He's probably out at the beach again, probably knowing him. Does anyone know where he is?
When did he get a life?
I don't know, but I want to live near the beach. Thing is, I didn't even think Holland had beaches.
Probably a cold one. You know, make the most of what you got though.
Well, isn't that what we do here anyway?
Yeah.
Right, now there's a few more players joining. So, yeah, if you haven't been keeping an eye on the 6v6 Nations Cup, you might have just have forgotten about it due to the Highlanders sort of like parallel running it recently. What it is that this is Group F, so this is Spain and England. Both teams have won both matches against Hungary and Canada. I nearly said Spain again then. And in fact, I think England got a default against Canada in the end. They both won the games quite convincingly, in fact. And the winner of this match will become the group winner for the next stage. But both teams will be looking to go through to the playoffs, which they've both already secured.
I almost say that England will probably want that more, just because of the Highlander tournament. We've seen firsthand what happens if you mess up one of your group games and end up playing the stronger opponents in the first round of the knockout stages. As the Highlander, well, with Sweden.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure of how the playoff bracket is going to work in this. Are we still doing the whole top and bottom? Yeah, I mean, you know, winners versus plays of runners up of another group. Do we know that?
Well, it's got to be, really, hasn't it?
Well, we could do random draws.
It could be, but then there'd be no motivation for this game at all. They might as well just, you know, do a default or something.
True, good point. But I don't know. You might be separated into separate pots or something. I don't know. I'm just making conversation, really. The high pot and the low pot, so you could still play like one of the more, you know, winners of a group, but you just don't know which one it is. Basically, it comes back to that whole conversation of knowing which route you're going to take, so teams can never purposely default or not turn up and such. I mean, we don't really get it in TF2, but it's something that's been a hot topic recently. Tournament structures, especially with I-46 around the corner, and it's just been really hot on the forums, so I've been keeping an eye out on that and giving my 2p's worth every 5 minutes.
The thing is that I mean, it is an interesting topic. Like, which way do you do it? Because you've got to remember that these tournaments, it's not just about the team that wins it. Some teams, like take the Olympics for example, there's people who are happy getting their 4th, 5th, 6th place in the competition, and so would they have to always fight against one of these sort of top 3 teams just because of seedings? So they beat one of them, but then suddenly they're put up against another top team just because they're lower ranked in the next round. So it gets a bit unfair, and all that's kind of doing is fixing the final. But then on the other side of the coin, you want to have a good final, so seeding at some stage of the competition does help.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Tapley's decided in I-46 in the end. I think we're keeping with the standard structure, but maybe sort of like an elite group of the teams. There is quite a number of high teams attending this event, including our American friends and possibly a team from Australia. So I'm not sure what's going to be the stance on that. But you're right. You can't, you know how it goes. Everyone, you know, you keep some people happy, keep others unhappy, and if you start to change things, then yeah, I mean, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was Greg or it was Gubbins, I may have seen on the forums that he said, you know, he remembers headshot and Byte when he was sniper, and that was at the time he was like a Division 3, 4 player. Would he have got that opportunity? In a different format, probably not.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I personally think that you can start off with seeds, just almost like a predicted route, but you can only seed the first round. That's a definite for me, because after you start seeding other rounds, then it's allowing the top teams to make a slip up, and knowing that, oh, okay, even if we mess up once, we're still going to get seeded high, so we'll still have to play an easier team. And so I think that if a team does upset another one, then the team that lost, well, they should have to suffer. They're going to have to play a harder game. It's their punishment.
Yeah, I know. I think cause what started it all was that's it. I remember now. It was the conversation begun with people saying we're getting all these teams together. Can we, we want to see them play each other, and that's when all the discussions about the format got begun. But again, do we want to be changing the format? And I'm open to all ears, really. I like all the suggestions. There's been some good ones. There's been some bad ones. Maybe my one was controversial, but everyone's got a different opinion, and it's up to Tapley to do all the hard work. And he's, of course, his admin team, by the way. Everyone thinks it's just Tapley. I'm sure he's got some people in the background helping this time. I'm not exactly who it is, but Mole has been there in the past, and maybe he's there this time.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know. I mean, I personally love random draws, completely random, because it usually ends up as not being a good final. But the actual competition, I mean, you still have to beat the team. Say you get it all completely stacked on one side, but it means you get earlier in the competition, you get some amazing games. And yeah, the final isn't too good. It's not very strong at all. But at the end of the day, the team that beats all the other good teams, well, that wins it has beaten the people who've beaten the hard teams, if you get what I mean. So they do deserve the victory in the tournament.
Well, yeah, it's like, I like that old. I remember, ages ago going on to, the E2F2L Cups we had. When was the last time we had an E2F2L Cup? I remember going on to IRC and waiting for my draw, whoever it was.
That was exciting because you'd get sometimes even in the first round you'd get kind of a Four Kings versus like Crack Clan or something, like right off the bat, and you're just like, wow, first round, one of the favourites is already going to get eliminated. But then that was the game to watch, and it meant that at all stages in the tournament, you normally have one or two exciting games, some which, someone might get a lucky route all the way to the final, essentially, but they still have to win that final.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Well, the argument has always been that it creates, you lose out on good teams because you might get those odd draws, but the rules of chance say that out of 10 draws there'll only be one of those that has potentially a big clash, and the better team will always come through. And the fact is that you still have to face the better teams along the line, because the thing about it this way, everyone questions it, but look at this. I always use it. I know I always use it, but let's look at football. Let's look at the FA Cup. That's random draws. How is it then? The cup final this year was Liverpool-Chelsea.
Well,
what's that about?
This is the thing. I mean, fair enough. In the FA Cup, the top teams get entered in later to the tournament.
Only one or two
round,
rounds.
isn't it?
So, yeah, it's 1 or 2 rounds after. Yeah.
Yeah. So
apart from all those initial ones we don't care about.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you're right. In that sense, you've got quite a number of teams which are good teams, and they just progressed, and that happened to be the final. It can happen like that. On the other hand, you can get a not so good team, and the final turns out to be quite awful. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think for an event like the I Series, random seeding is the way to go, because, I mean, the final is the event in a sense. Like that's everyone gathers together. Yeah, it's don't get me wrong. The tournament's good, but the final, even if you're not in the final, everyone enjoys it, watching it, just being part of it. But at the same time, I don't think you can just fix the tournament as such to say, okay, these are the two teams we want to see in the final. Let's make sure the seeding gets those teams, the easiest games until the last minute.
Give them the greater chance. Yeah, it's the greater chance, and I think that's what we've always had. I mean, I'm not really sure, coming back to just referencing that, I'm not really sure what the format has been decided for i46. Maybe we'll get an announcement soon enough. But let's just do some introductions again. Arx. So if you have just joined us, this is VanillaTV with Arx and Beta and Cube on the stream tonight. So our normal ABC lineup, but with Cube instead of Comedian. We're going to be watching 6-on-6 ETF2L Nations Cup action between Spain and England. And we are just waiting for Spain's last, again, because of their tardiness. Poor tardiness is the correct word to use. And is it a good time to say I've got to get up early tomorrow morning, so they've got to hurry up?
Well, I'm sure that's not influencing their the speed of getting in there at all.
Of course not. That'd be stupid. Just influences me, I guess. Oh, right. I think we're still chasing for that last 6 player for Spain. But maybe Arx, you can run us through the lineups while we wait.
Right, well, okay, going by scoreboard names here. On the England side, we do have Boomeh running Soldier, Stark Scout, Hat running Soldier, Greg will be running Scout, numlocked will be on Demoman, and Byte on Medic. And over for Spain, we do have, at the moment, Sraam. I believe he's running Scout, isn't he? He plays Scout.
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
and that means HarryHook as well, then?
Yep, HarryHook, the other Scout. We do have Jan Rossello and Acabao.
It means we're just waiting on the medic, maybe, which could be Sicko or Psycho. I guess it's Psycho. I don't know. How do you reckon you pronounce his name? Siko.
Let's just say Sicko.
Yeah. Yeah, Sicko's good.
His name on ETF2L, Psychopatha.
Right, we finally have 12 players on the server though, which is good news for us and means we might get a game going in a moment. I've just noticed Hat's running the original. Obviously we won't see the majority of the unlocks we've been getting used to with Highlander.
Indeed, but back to the refined game.
Yeah, we might see a closer game as we see now everyone getting ready to go up. So here we go. Are we going live? Are we live?
No,
I don't think so. No, I think it was just lag. You know, I paused almost like they're restarting the round. But never mind, we're not live just yet. I think finally they're just changing some names, making sure we're ready to go. So, Arx, who's your money on?
Oh, this is tough. You know, the England team just seems stronger just by the list of names, and that's not a biased view, by the way. I do try to be as fair as possible. However, the Spanish scouts, they could influence it, I think. So, as for an actual decision, I think I am going to go with, on this map, you know what, I'm going to go with, I'm taking a risky Spain.
Oh, he's going for Spain. Wow, controversial, Arx, controversial.
It is. I've just got a hunch, like, that the England team isn't as prepared as they should be.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Definitely the favourites, right?
Byte's playing a national anthem. I do like it. I always wondered why we never did that in Nations Cup games. By the way,
if you notice, they're all in spawn as soldiers doing the taunt.
I always did wonder why we didn't do this.
I mean, it's been done by the England team at least, but I haven't seen any other teams do it.
I mean, they do it in every other sport, but we've just never done it on casting. Maybe it's just too long-winded. We can do it Formula 1 style. We do it Formula 1 style, where they just play, you know what I mean, the clips.
How disrespectful from the Spanish team. They're like, stop, stop.
Right, I think we're just about ready to go at the end, as I'm still interrupting.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at HarryHook. HarryHook's doing the Spanish anthem by himself on voice comms.
Are we actually going to see any of these Spanish guys at I-46?
I am not entirely sure, you know. I haven't heard anything from them.
We'll get back to our predictions, by the way. So, Ipis, or the German national soldier, is going for Spain to win Arx, so he's with you on that one. I can't pronounce his name correctly, by the way. I'm always a bit sketchy with names like that, so apologies if I got that wrong. I think I'm going to go for... I might go for a close game on this. Maybe Spain to sneak it, and then England to just steamroll Snake Water. I'm gonna put it out there now. Maybe.
Yeah. Should I make the prediction for Snake Water before I see the result of this game?
Yeah, you got to make it interesting.
Okay. Snake Water. Oh no, this is gonna be weird because if I fancied Spain on any map, it'd be on Snake Water. So that's awkward. Well, I'm going to go for England on Snake Water, Spain on Badlands.
Alright, we're just waiting for the teams to ready up then. This is VanillaTV with Arx and Beta. Cube doing the stream tonight for you. Thank you, Cube, stepping in for the comedian. This is usually ABC Tuesday, but we kept the C and we just replaced him for now. It's going to be 6-on-6 Nations Cup action, ETF2L. Nations Cup, of course. England versus Spain, Group F. This is the last matchup. Winners of this match, will top the group and have a favourable draw in the playoffs. Not exactly sure who their opponents will be, but of course they'll be playing a runners-up. Unless we see some dodgy tactics by someone where they purposely finish runners-up. I expect it to be not one of the big Scandinavian teams, or... well, let me say that the big four, which I consider England, Germany, Sweden and Finland in Tier 2 world.
You see though, there's a lot of other teams which they can take games off of them.
Oh, I never said that. I just meant
them.
like arguably the big four.
Oh yeah, then in which case I would have to agree.
Of course you're going to agree, otherwise you're not getting a lift at I-46.
Oh, so I'm getting a lift. Okay.
Yeah, but, well, we need to work it out. I'm sure we can work something out because I'm already picking up comedian at the next time now from the airport Thursday morning, so we have to figure something out.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to run us through the lineups one more time, Arx?
Right, okay, for Spain we do have Rossello, Sraam the Swedish scout, Jan, Akabo, Hyper, and HarryHook.
Hold that thought. So this is VanillaTV with Arx and Beta. Cube on the stream, bringing you E2L Nations Cup, England versus Spain. Arx is going to run you to Badlands middle.
Okay, so the demo men just making their way into the point now. We do have the demo man for Spain. They're firing from over on the balcony. Early death from HarryHook there. That's one of their scouts gone. And Sraam's also gone down. Spain probably going to have to pull back here, try and save their players. They have fell out really early with their medic and soldier. And well, they had to with those early scout deaths. They just had no chance to contest that point.
Yeah, it looked like numlocked was there a good amount of time before Hyper there, the Spanish demo, and he seems to get some stickies down already onto the point, and both scouts went down Arx, and it was quickly followed up by the rest of the England team, and they're already capturing that spy, so they're not hanging around. They're going to come in straight away. Stickies coming in. Uber is ready for both teams. Are we going to see them get a pick? Uber has been triggered onto the demo man. Demo goes flying straight after the medic. Medic returns his Uber, so surely they're going to fall out Arx and hopefully recycle. It's just going to be a fakey recycle where they come back in straight away. Numlocked still causing some pain down at the front, and they are looking like they want to come back in. HarryHook, the scout, down at the moment. Numlocked still putting down those stickies. The rest of the England team have come top left. Stickies surrounding the point, and it's already 1-0. Wow, that's a fast round. 1.5 minutes that round was, Arx.
Yeah, great play by one of the soldiers and scouts there for Team England, pushing players back into the spawn, jumping down and capturing the point. I didn't expect them to come back in then. I thought they'd left it too late, but I guess they just went off of that scout pick.
I think
and went into the point.
I don't know why. It's become really popular recently where you just don't really wait for that full recycle. You do almost like a fakie and then come back in. So I'm going to call it like a fakie push. Boomeh and Greg go down for England's middle this time, second round. Rossello, the only Spanish player to be lost there as well. Stark goes down as well. So in return, Spanish coming out the stronger team this second half. They're not hanging around either, Arx. They're leaving their scouts to capture that middle. 3 players down still for England, and it looking like they want to get up to Spire as quickly as possible. This could be a great game. We're starting off really fast.
Yeah, that's it. Excellent response there from the Spanish team. They are coming out to contest this. They have managed to get players there. They popped their Uber, and actually Spain don't have their Uber yet. They're just about to get it now. They have just lost one of their scouts, so that's some... Oh, and a scout actually came out and forced the Uber. That was Greg there from England. But Soldier is still up on that Spire. Scout was trying to go up there with Greg again. but he had to kill a soldier firsthand. Well, before he could go up there and out, and he actually got taken down. Someone's on the last point, just flying over there now. Medic's running in on his own to try and fight against a medic and a scout, and that didn't really work out for them. And well, even though Spain have lost their medic, they have gained ground, which is a positive thing for them.
Yeah, still Stark and Byte. Scout came back on to the point. Byte went down. Sorry, I was saying Stark and Byte trying to hold off the Spanish team, but he got so close then, Arx. Sorry, we both saw the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. One scout just tried jumping onto the point as some of the English players looked to push out. Then man of Hyper actually also came in, thought he saw a gap, but we did have numlocked covering that very well. So Spain still holding that spire, and actually I think that scout jumping onto the point prevented England from pushing out. It just delayed them enough.
So actually, in all that mayhem, Byte of course went down, so the Spanish team have a good 20% advantage at the moment. Byte's not opting for crits. Greg is running Pyro. He's actually sitting top right entrance of that sort of upper area, looking to push back. They do know they haven't got that Uber advantage. As we hear, Byte actually fake his Uber, but England have built so quickly, Arx. They've actually caught that back up. The difference is now negligible.
Yeah, that's it. It looked like Greg there was just trying to stay hidden, not giving anything away. He has been called now that they are running a Pyro, so they're going to be aware of that. Sniper at the bottom is just peeking through. England actually have a counter sniper, so he is waiting up near the spawn. Uber has come in from Spain. They're doing a lot of damage to that soldier, but the counter Uber was popped from England. However, Medic's sitting on the point, gets so much time on it, and this is going to be a great position for Spain. They have got 3 players down, but they've still got their demo man alive. Maybe if oh, it looks like they've fallen back out quite a bit. They might be able to get a sneaky little back cap in. Hypers was looking for that opportunity, but numlocked again tagging him. And HarryHook, meanwhile, takes down Greg. Just having a look to see whereabouts that was, and well, actually, it looks like England are going to be getting this spire back.
Yeah, HarryHook's not going to get up there at all. He's shut down as well. In the end, I thought HarryHook was going to try and get round the side, but he obviously had to go and try and hold that spire. England managed. It's actually Sraam still floating about behind him. In fact, he takes down Hat, so he may come up behind him and try and recapture that spire on his own. It's being shut down now by Greg, but Greg doesn't manage to do the job, and Sraam still floating around behind. So to see if any more of the England players, and they are in fact, Boomeh's going to have to, or Boomeh is going to have to come back and protect Byte to make sure no one comes in, and it's allowing the Spanish players to come forward as well. So that Sraam sort of like decoy, he's managed to get out, and Spain recapturing that spire, Arx.
Yeah, great play by him.
Byte's isolated, sorry, Byte's isolated. The Uber was forced by Sraam, so Sraam doing the whole job there. Sorry to interrupt. Sraam was just left floating around, came onto Byte and forced that Uber, Arx.
Oh, nice play there. The Uber has been popped from Spain, however. It is a bit of a free Uber because England, well, they've already used theirs. And now, well, they just get this soldier up on the spire. He's got knocked off by the other soldier, and Greg, Stark, sorry, outside, is also putting loads of pressure on him. Soldier gets taken down from a rocket from the spire. Now the medic's isolated on his own. Another long distance rocket connects with him. He has got his demo man for backup now, so, well, he is going to survive for the time being. And, well, yeah, they've fallen back, kept their medic alive.
So Stark and Boomeh doing a good job in the end, forcing Spain back out. England not willing to give up that spire. It looked like it's Boomeh up top as well, and I believe we've just had a pause. This is a pause. I'm not sure why it's going on, but I imagine someone may have lagged. So as we just wait to find out exactly what happened. So pretty tense lineup, well, pretty tense matchup so far. This is VanillaTV with ETF2L Nations Cup action between Spain and England. Casters tonight, Arx and Beta and QB doing the stream for you. Whilst you are watching, this is just a pause at the moment, so you haven't lagged, you haven't missed anything. We're just waiting for the Spanish demo man, who I believe has lagged out. But
are you sure it's demo man?
I don't know. I'm reading Source TV. I'm reading Source TV, my friend. I don't know.
See, yeah, actually, yeah, it is. It is. Well, it looks like that was just the pre-unpause and then pause again to allow him to rejoin. So yeah, it was Hyper who had lagged out or at least disconnected. We will never know the full story, well, unless we ask them afterwards. But the game should be commencing again very, very soon. Score 1-0 to England at the moment, but Spain have the upper hand on this second round, controlling the middle and, well, making their way to the spire.
Yeah, as we say that, one of the Spanish scouts comes up on top. And it looks like England actually managing to hold it in the end. So there we go. Well, that scout's been isolated as well. Manages to jump over right. It's HarryHook up top, causing problems still. Takes down Boomeh. He's still floating around behind him. So England are going to have to probably come back for him. And it's going to be the task of Greg to go back for him, Arx.
Thing is, he's buying them a lot of time because numlocked jumped over, managed to take the medic down as he was trying to retreat through the choke point. England know they have this advantage, but they're unable to really capitalise on, well, just having the medic alive at the moment. HarryHook finally taken down by Greg there. And, well, Spain are in a bit of trouble because England 77% towards their Uber. They are going to be building that shortly. They do have enough players here. At least they have all of their heavy classes. And just having a look round on the flank now, 2 scouts are about to make their way into middle, so we're going to have a full-on push any minute now. Uber is just about complete, and they've got a 50% advantage on this by the time they come in, and it looks like they will be making their way through the house. Medic and Demoman trying to come in. Scouts also peeking there, just Byte. They're giving Spain a bit too much time here. Demoman's jumped very aggressively, gets a sticky on the medic, but he rides it well round the corner. Medic with about half health. Spain surely have to fall back here because they don't have their medic to heal their players, and I think they lost too much there.
Yeah, there is a back cap going on at the moment, Arx. That's not going to be enough unless Spain come into block, which they haven't. Greg went back again, gets shut down by HarryHook. As we see now, the pause text coming on, so this is where we got to. They were kind of close, didn't they, Arx? They let Spain get really close. I would have thought they would just jumped through the normal choke point, the front, through the back of the train, just to get some pressure on that medic. But they opted for the house, and that delay nearly allowed Spain to get the Uber.
I think they could have probably gone in without having to pop that Uber. Spain give them so much room to come in. I think they could have walked through the door and forced them out just with the threat that they could Uber at any second. There's no way that Spain could have stood there and committed to it. But what this is going to mean is Spain getting a load of time on their soldiers, jumped in to try and block that. And this is a great move by England, coming in, annihilating the Spanish team here. Only HarryHook remaining. Managed to save it before the cap. Now, sensibly, Hat is staying back just to make sure that HarryHook can't get round. Now he's been taken down. So they're going to be going up to this spire, and, well, Spain are going to be on their last against an Uber charge, and that's coming in quickly.
Yeah, great coordination by the England team there. It's probably the best I've seen in a while. They all came in as one unit. Scouts coming from it. As we see now, Uber has been triggered. Unfollowing Hat, he goes back up to the soldier top left, targeting the hype of the Demo Man as well. And of course, the Spanish team still respawning. 2-0 the score. The time is slightly off, but got some quick rounds so far. And let's just see if there's anything different on middle for England this time again. They didn't come out on top last time, so see if who wins this one.
Right, round 3, usually the mark of a valley push for some teams. It just seems to go that way in TF2. No team's actually taking valley. We do have Spain taking the house route and choke with their Demo Man. It's looking reasonably even at the moment. England's scouts are just floating around. They look the better health here. Spain's, well, Sraam's very, very weak now. And England now realising this, putting some pressure forward. Medic's in a bit of trouble. He goes down. numlocked finishes him off. And Spain forced out the point with a Demo Man soldier and scout. 2 of the players weak, and, well, England are going to be pushing forward with their Uber yet again.
Yeah, we're seeing Stark go up to that spire and capture that point now as well. Demo Man of Hyper still retreating. I'm just trying to see if anyone's going to float around, try and go for it, and then just a scout mucking around at the moment as the rest of the Spanish team respawn. Byte has his Uber and ready to go. I imagine they're going to go through that front entrance. Seems to be quite working well for them. As we see numlocked now coming in with that Uber again. Boomeh has gone up top. I'm going to stick with him targeting that demo. Are they going to trigger that Uber? Following numlocked again. Surely going to start targeting that medic back left. They're still hanging around, but Scout's gone into final. That's going to bait a load of Spanish players down. They're going to have to come down and block that. And in the end, it's another Scout that comes in. I mean, it's a 3-0 the score. Relatively easy for England so far, Arx.
Yeah, the Spanish defence, it's just, I mean, I know they're under a lot of pressure when it's Uber versus non-Uber, but they're just allowing too much time from that initial scout or initial soldier that's jumping over onto that point. And I don't know, I just feel they could do a bit better. At the moment, they're just kind of hiding in the spawns. But either way, we are going on to round 4 here. England 3-0 up at the moment. There's still a significant amount of time remaining. Soldier has jumped very aggressively, but gets eliminated by Stark and Greg combined. Now we do have an English soldier of Boomeh jumping around, gets the medic, takes him down, but in return, we do have a Byte goes down as well. At the moment, it's 3-on-3. It's still open for contention. Not much time on the point either. However, we do only have numlocked alive now. He is in the valley. He's getting isolated by 2 scouts, and, well, they just hunted him down. And Spain taking him in.
Yeah, that's a first England wipe of the night as well. Great response again by Spain. This could be sort of some of the start of some momentum they need to get going again. 3-0 the score. I think time catches up, I guess, so 18.5 minutes remaining. Still early days, but of course win differences, we need to make sure that doesn't happen. And England, actually, Arx have come out to contest their Spire because the Spanish medic went down, of course. They're quite happy to come out. Hat's gone really aggressive onto the scouts. Gets thrown back. HarryHook goes down. Stark goes down in return, so that's just scout for scout. England looking like they want to come through house straight away, not giving Spain any time to sort of like reset onto that third point and hold it. It looks like Boomeh went really aggressive again, gets taken down. Hat's come in as well, takes down Jan, and England are going to recapture that middle point, and Spain falling back quickly, Arx.
Yeah, England just showing Spain no respect here at all. It's just like, well, you know what, you should be you should be capping the Spy right now. Nah, we're just going to come out and face you head on. Yeah, you should be on mid, you get the respawn advantage. No, we're just going to come at you. And England, again, Ubering straight into the combo. One scout up there. There's nothing really that can jump up. A scout is going behind, but Stark has tracked him, and he's... Oh! That scout behind being HarryHook did manage to take down the medic. So that is going to delay an England push here, but they have managed to cap the Spire. Scout still dancing around, manages to take down Jan there. And wow. Actually, England 2 players alive. Greg looks like he's going for last here. I don't know if Spain's got anyone on last to stop him, or if they've seen him. He is running to last. He's very weak. Jumps over a rocket. Doesn't manage to kill the soldier, though. And, well, he's not going to get through there when he's dead. That's for sure.
Whereas actually Boomeh went round as well through the front wave. Spain quite lucky there, and you're right, it was good play by Greg, things to go round. Hyper putting some pressure onto Byte at the moment. Someone's going to have to go up and put some pressure on him in return. Spain trying their best to recapture at the moment. It looks like they're going to do it. Really good deathmatching by some of the England players and some of the Spanish players at the moment. But it just seems to be that the England team seems to be a little bit more together, I would say. Maybe they've had more time, and the pressure has succeeded, that the counter pressure. They're going to recapture the Spire. That's England this time, so the Spire changing hands a lot in the last 30 seconds. And right now, Byte has a good 60% Uber advantage. And let's just see if they even hang around for the Uber. And like Arx said, maybe they're not going to show him any respect, not going to hang around until... Well, as he says that, they are going to hang around. May as well just make certain. Safe better than sorry, of course. Following numlocked as it comes in, Uber has been forced. Pyro there trying to push him out. Jan and Sraam go down straight away from the Hat's original. And England all over this point at the moment, taking down a few of the Spanish players. Scout comes down on final, baiting Spain, but they've got their Uber. They're going to counter Uber, and Byte trying his best to escape, and 2 players up for England, being chased down by HarryHook, and it's only numlocked up. And let's just see where exactly he's coming onto the point. Soldier's going to come up and meet him, and wow, close there. I thought for a second numlocked might have had it, Arx.
I didn't actually see if Spain needed that Uber saw hit that Akabo got to give him that 100% Uber. If he did, and it was a vital Uber saw, then yeah, he controlled it. I actually think, though, that it was Hyper who effectively allowed the defense at that point. He kept his stickies on there, killed the initial scout that's been causing him a lot of problems. And actually, I'm just going to interrupt myself here because Stark is running sniper at the back of the point, which is controlling them. It's preventing anyone from jumping up to the Spire. And England, again, pushing forward. Scouts come out, gets annihilated by numlocked. HarryHook, though, coming behind, killing Byte and Stark. Causing a lot of pressure. Greg down as well. Oh, he gets finished off by Hat and his original. Great play from him there.
Yeah, HarryHook, old school boy. Spanish old school boy, been around for a long time, still showing he's still got the skills. It'd be interesting to see, would have been great to see some of his presence at I-46, but maybe another time. But there's no time like the present. Either way, Spain this time, it's just the scout of Sraam wanting to come out, sorry, and try and hold that Spire, but he hasn't managed to do it. Spain opting to defend forward Arx this time. I haven't seen this in a while, you know, and I remember this used to work pretty well. If I remember correctly, the last time... Well, who was the first team that you probably saw do this, defend from that area?
Dignitas.
No, I was thinking, oh, blimey, Finnish sponsored team, I've forgotten their name.
Dignitas?
No. They're only around for about a couple of months. It was like...
Yeah, see, even Bibbin sitting on the Source TV saying it is Diggy.
No, it wasn't. I know what I mean. It was, Hox used to play for him. It was Hox and Pumpu.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, Spain recapturing. England had let them come out. I'm not really sure why they did decide to fall back. Opting to fall back. Interrobang, that's it. You got it. Interrobang. See, I know what I meant. I think it was Interrobang, maybe. I don't know. It was one of those teams.
Anyway, let's carry on back to the game. Spain there making a push over to middle. They do have only one scout on there. He's had to fall back as well. England are there, and the rest of his team haven't joined him in there. HarryHook coming up. Now this is a scout that I do trust to kill all 6 of the England players at the rate that he's performing. He has managed to take down 1 already of Greg. And he is, well, he's going to have to fall back here. He's got next to no health. Still trying to pistol that soldier though of Hat, who was very, very weak. But he does escape, and this has allowed Spain to push in. Demoman, 2 soldiers and a medic. 1 soldier isolated in the little house. He hasn't got the health to do anything incredible. He's just got to sit there and get killed by splash damage from a sticky. And yeah, Spain have taken the middle. Byte also went down, and so they're going to be taking this spire reasonably comfortably if they get their scouts up there quick.
Yeah, well, Greg's gone for a shot on the medic. Misses the first shot. Did have time to go, maybe take his time a little bit. Medic jumped just at the vital point. I imagine it was called, but England now in a little bit of a pickle. Spain have their Uber ready to go. HarryHook goes down, going a little bit too aggressive, taking it too fast. But Sraam is allowed to come in again, takes down Hats. So could we see Spain pushing really quickly? And they're coming down the lower right entrance. It has been called as well by Greg, so Spain already Ubered in and onto the point, but they're not getting any time on the point. And England teams, players respawning. Byte still building his Uber in that lower left, upper left corner, and there's no time on point for Spain Arx. Start goes down, and now we see Spain sort of almost fakey recycle, like I said, fall back out, come back in. Heavy's being used by Hat now as well, and Spain losing players all over the shop Arx. And finally, the Demoman comes in, sneaks off the point, shut down by numlocked and with the aid of Byte.
To be honest, if I was in this situation, I'd probably have just kept your medic and scout together there and made a bit of a push in towards that last just to delay them. Even if you lost your medic, England are going to have their Uber anyway, and they're going to be getting this spire and the last point. And you never know, you might have been able to just run your 2 players, get the ×3 on the last and cap the point. Either way, yep, England with their Uber are going to be looking to push in reasonably soon. They're just waiting for their flank to set up, I believe, because they've got medic, Demoman and soldier at the choke. Scouts are waiting around in the valley, obviously just to prevent anyone from coming in. But now here we go. Uber has been popped as well. Spain starting to run, but they do have a counter Uber. And so that has been popped. England decided to retreat, and this is the fastest I've seen a team retreat out middle. They don't think their medic's going to make it though. Just manages to escape. Is he going to get the health back? Does get the health back as well. So wow, he somehow gets out of there. The Spain do have a scout up on the spire, getting a load of time up there. He is going to survive for a bit longer. Nearly gets that cap. Demoman jumps in very aggressively. Doesn't quite make the jump up either. It does look like we have Greg and Boomeh trying desperately to defend the spire. And well, with the 2 deaths, they've done enough, and Spain are forced to retreat. Yep,
Spain forced to retreat. Interesting enough, neither medic went down. I did remember that name, Arx. You saw me type it, Oslo Lions.
Ah, right, okay.
But it was the same bunch of players anyway. England, though, coming in straight away again. One of the soldiers going aggressive, that's Boomeh, going over the top. Hyper goes down, so that's a demo. Medic's sitting on the pipe, just manages to ride it away. He didn't actually take that much damage in the end, but they've got that 3rd point. Spain quite happy to fall back. Both teams have their Uber now. 3-0 is the score. This is VanillaTV, ETF2L, Nations Cup between Spain and England. And of course, Arx and Beta with QB bringing it to you tonight. And what a game so far. 10 minutes remaining, Arx.
Sorry, I was just laughing. QB. Yep, okay, so we do have Spain sitting over at this choke point, holding very aggressively, which I do like. But the clock is a bit against them. They need 3 rounds and there's 10 minutes remaining. Obviously, that's easily possible. But it does mean that it's Spain's job to push, and they have come in through the house. numlocked doing a great job of keeping the rest of their team who wanted to come through choke. He just kept them at bay, and Spain found themselves with no Uber. And, well, only 3 players getting into the point, so the push just didn't work.
Yep, Hat's come through the house in return. Very aggressive. Both Ubers were used by the team, but Byte and Hat go down, in fact. So it's only numlocked left on that 3rd CP. It's going to be faced off by the Hyper, the Spanish Demoman as well. Jan comes in to help as well. So in the end, England looking like in a great position as Spain came through the house. They lost 4 players, going a little bit sort of over-aggressive, overextending almost. And right now, Spain are going to recapture that middle. And they're going to have a huge Uber advantage, Arx. It's going to be about 80%. But let's just see if they can make it count. They're coming through the choke as quickly as possible. Sraam trying to go up onto the spire. Hyper up there as well, the Demoman. But England again defending the spire, coming outside to meet and greet, not giving Spain any respect. Cat again going aggressive. Let's just see if Boomeh goes aggressive as well, trying to get some pressure on that medic. And both scouts finally on point. There is a back cap going on. England opting to come in and block that, but great air shot there by, it looked like it was Jan. He got taken down. Players going all over the shop. Spain have managed to cap that Spire, and right now Stark, and with the help of Greg, onto the Demo man as well. Demo goes down. It's only the medic left for Spain. Is he going to manage to escape with his needles firing? Surely going to get round that choke point. Manages to get round just as all the rest of the Spain team rejoin him.
Sorry, Byte was so close to hitting that medic then with the crossbow. Just running through choke. It was inches away, and that would have dealt a huge amount of damage, which could have made it easy for the scouts to kill him. But yep, Spain got the respawns here. It was great defense by England, considering it was Uber versus non-Uber against them. And they have had to pop their Uber though, and they're not going to really make any ground with this. Just have a look. They do have their Demo man there. He is fully loaded, not yet overhealed. They might decide to go in before Spain have their Uber, but I think with the clock and the score, the current score, there's no real need for them to do so.
Yep, you're right, this is England's time now. Well, Spain's time now, depends on which way you look at it, and England, look at them, just falling back, baiting almost Spain to come at them, allowing Byte to fall back as well. Byte got taken down by HarryHook, and this is the first time we've seen England lose so many players just so close to their final. Spain already have that spot, as we see Boomeh come jumping in, trying to get a shot on the medic. He does take the medic down. Vital kill for England, and Boomeh there, and that could... well, probably save England from the push here. And I'm just watching numlocked. He's really aggressive by that front door. But that kill there by Boomeh just probably saved England losing a point there, Arx.
Yeah, it wasn't even so much of him actually taking down the medic. It's just the amount of time that they had to mess around trying to kill him. It meant that they couldn't cap that Spire earlier. And therefore couldn't make a push while a couple of the England players hadn't yet spawned. So the full England team had respawned. They don't have their medic, and England actually with an Uber advantage. You might find they do decide to push out against them here.
Yep, it wouldn't surprise me, Arx. They haven't given them any respect, and there is one thing about TF2, you can show too much respect, like in any sport, and you're just almost intimidated to not attack almost. But England not doing that tonight, and letting Spain come onto them this time though. They do have their Uber ready to go. This is 6.5 minutes left. If you have just joined us, this is ETF2L Nations Cup 6-on-6 between Spain and England, being brought to you by VanillaTV. As we see Spain now Uber in, and he's been forced back by three great rockets from the England team, and that's wasted about 50% of the Uber there. And England now Ubering in return, and they're going to hold on to this point, Arx.
Again, not one player went to even touch that point, and it's the time on the point's almost essential to a push, but also it baits so many players to jump down there and stop it because it caps so quickly. And it was just an appalling push from Spain. I'm sorry, but they really need to sort out those final pushes. And right now they're getting pushed all the way back into their midpoint. The two scouts from England up on that Spire, capping that back quickly. And, well, England are just going to be content to hold this. 5 minutes 40 remaining. Spain need to get aggressive if they're going to even get a round on the board.
Yeah, it's really in their court again, as we see now England again being aggressive, taking down two of the Spain players straight away, Hyper and the Soldier, so two big damage dealers, only losing Greg in return, so that's a very good trade. Spain opting to fall back though as well, not going to contest it. They are running out of time, and this is going to be getting a little bit demotivating for the Spanish team now, surely, Arx, because they've had a fair few tries at their last and they just haven't got through the door. The door is open, but there seems to be quite a few players blocking it.
Yeah, the other thing is England realising the time here that they've pretty much won this map, that they are just going to be pushing aggressively. They're going to just completely upset the rhythm of the Spanish team, and the Spanish players, I imagine, are half and half mindsets here. Half of them saying, look, we need to get something done, so pushing out, and the other half side, well, we can't drop our Uber or we'll lose another round, and so forth. And at the moment we do have a 3-on-3 deathmatch. Only Hyper and the medic alive. Medic's the only one surviving now, and he is falling back, and well, we do have a scout and a demo man, numlocked, with enough health to jump for Spy, but it looks like he is going forward for a spawn camp, maybe? Jan has spawned. Let's see, I'm following numlocked here because he's been a bit sneaky. He's going straight for the last point. Soldier's not going to get there. Sticky's on the point, so he's going to cap it. Numlocked taking that by himself. Great vision, great plan, and well, 4-0 England, 4 minutes remaining.
Yep, 4-0 the score. All but over now for Spain. Let's just see if they can get at least 1 point on the board and make it respectable in Badlands. Not what neither myself or Arx predicted tonight, but Snake Water coming up, and we all know what Snake Water does, and we might be able to sneak in a cheeky speed round.
Right, okay, so going on to this midpoint now, we do have the English soldiers sitting up over onto the train, jumping round now to fight the soldier of Yanda. He gets bounced into the air. We do have the Demo Man sticking him off as well. Does manage to take down the medic and the soldier, and we do have now one scout, a soldier even, no, yeah, a medic capping the point. And England pushing forward with force. There is a scout there. Does manage to take him down. That was numlocked who took him down. And now we do have the soldier jumping up onto the spy. Scout's going to be joining him. Are England going to carry on the push to middle with the rest of their combo? It does look like they are not. They are going to hang around this spy for just a second. Now we do have the soldier about to make his way into the lobby. Spain's players are just about spawning. They've just come out of the respawn door now. Are England going to make a push because they do have 100% Uber advantage? And, well, we'll see this push coming in very shortly.
England look like they're not going to hang around. One of the scouts come up top already. Numlocked got top right as well. England all over the point, just thinking about coming in. Are they finally coming in? Uber has been forced by England. Numlocked goes onto the point. Spain trying their best to hold it off. Soldier comes down to greet them, meet them. But again, England all over the point. It's going to be Scout, Demo and Soldier that gets the point for England. And there we go, 5-0 the score. And Snake Water coming up. This has been VanillaTV or VanillaTV with Arx and Beta bringing you ETF2L 6-on-6 Nations Cup. Snake Water coming up just after a short break, and hopefully Spain will bring the I don't know, bring the metal to the pedal. Depends. I can't even pronounce it. Metal to the pedal. That's what I meant. But it's all in Spain's court now, Arx. They need to show us what they can do on Snake Water. And I think that's got to be, by the way, it's got to be probably the quickest speed round we've ever done because it was over so quick, you know.
Indeed, indeed. We should probably call one of those a bit earlier in the game. Not on the last round. But,
right.
Oh well.
Hold on. Well, hold that thought. Whilst we just go and get a drink, we're going to run some ads for you, and then we'll be right back for Snake Water.